Good day, everybody. My name is Ogumide Tolulope. The reason why I'm making this video today is because I I actually want to talk about language preservation. You know, moving from one generation to the other. Now, looking at it, if you are a Nigerian, I want you to listen to this. Now, growing up as a young guy, I'm from Ijare, Ifedore local government, Ondo State. Growing up as a young kid, I get to speak my dialect, Ijare dialect. And as a Yoruba boy, I'm still able to speak Yoruba. While in school, you learn English language. And, growing up, you still get to learn broken English. All these four languages, I can actually speak them. But I was speaking with some of my friends some weeks ago, and I noticed that most of these my friends that we grew up together in Ijare, they are no longer in that environment again. Most of them, they are in Lagos, Ibadan, you know, UK. They are scattered around. Now, what I actually want to ask is that how do we get to this generation of ours? How do we get to move this our language, this language that we can speak? How do we move it to the next generation? And because I noticed that these days people don't have reason to learn their dialect any longer. Why? Because most of the things are done in either broken English or standard English. How do we get to move our language from this generation to the next generation? Because, for instance, if you are a Yoruba man and you are staying in Abuja, if you look at it very well, if you give birth to a child in Abuja, there might be no reason for that child to actually learn Yoruba, not to talk of your local dialect. How do you get to do it? How do we get to do it that these children, these next generations that are coming, irrespective of the location they are, they can still be identified with their roots. Because personally, I'm afraid. I must be frank with you. I'm afraid. I don't know how we want to do it. You will see someone who is a professor of Yoruba, but their children cannot even speak Yoruba. You see people that are, well learned, they speak very good Yoruba, but their children cannot speak Yoruba. How do we get to preserve that language and pass it on to the next generation? For instance, now, if I'm a Yoruba Ijare guy, if you are saying I am coming, I am coming, I dey come, that is the broken English, right? In Yoruba, mò In my dialect, you say mebo. How do we preserve it that our children's children can still be able to learn all this, irrespective of the location they are or anywhere they are in the parts of the world?